Mikey Garcia is one of the most underrated fighters on the planet. A 3 weight class world champion, Garcia has always been the consummate boxer.
I want to just talk about what drives you. You know, you're very consistent, like we said earlier. And for some people, when they have some measure of success, consistency is always the issue. What's allowed Mikey Garcia to stay driven?
Every fight is the same deal for me. It's the same motivation, the same fire. You know, I'm still hungry. I'm actually hungrier after my layoff that I had, and I'm hungrier now than I was before. And I don't take anything for granted. I'm not overlooking anybody or anything. The overall feeling is just to accomplish more for my family, for myself, or to give my kids opportunities, and that's what really motivates me the most. All right, go.
With an enviable lineage, Garcia is living up to his family legacy.
What was it like growing up in the Garcia household, being immersed in boxing so much?
I grew up watching boxing my whole life, and I never really thought of being a fighter myself, but I saw everything with my dad, my brother Robert, and with Vargas, and every conversation led to boxing. Every dinner led to boxing conversation, so it's just part of growing up for me.
Discipline and perseverance define Team Mikey Garcia, and with a team of young upstarts now under his tutelage, he is poised to not only be a champion, but also a leader.
You have to really enjoy what you're doing in order to do a better job, in order to do it well. Speaking to my brother and talking about camp for him, he really tells me that he really didn't enjoy it. He almost dreaded the fact that he had to go to camp. And so what we've done is we also have a few friends hanging out with us, my nephew and everything, but we enjoy the camp. And we still put in the hard work. We still put in the hours in the gym, but the atmosphere here in camp is lighter. It's friendlier, and that allows us to perform better, be happy, and we can fight longer. My brother retired at 26. I mean, that's very young.
Early, yeah.
Very young. He had a few losses, and he also decided to retire early for that reason. But he also told us that it was mainly because he was just burnt out and not being able to see his family and his kids, missing out on a lot of things, from school events with kids, from baptisms, from birthday parties or whatever, because of boxing, really kind of bothered him. Right. I'm close enough where I can still enjoy family and have a good time in boxing camp.
After an almost 3-year layoff, Garcia came back ready to prove he never left.
Well, we were still in the gym. Most of the time, we're always in the gym just to stay active. We believe you're a fighter, you should always be training, even if it's just light work, but it helps the body, helps your health. My brother had just signed a few young kids, so I also helped them for their fights. It kept me sharp. At times, I was sparring all the guys, and I was doing 10, 12 rounds of sparring. You would think I would probably be getting ready for a fight, because I was sparring that much and training that much. As far as motivation, well, I knew my time would come. I always had faith that my time would come back, and I gotta be ready for when I do come back. Right. I can't look like a slouch. I can't look like I haven't done anything. I have to be ready. I have to show everybody that I'm better and better than ever.
Do you think a win over Sergey Lipinets helps advance your career in terms of how popular perception is about you? I asked you earlier, do you think you're underrated?
A victory over Lipinets would help me, because that's another title, another division. Right. Not many fighters can accomplish titles in many divisions like that. This would be my 4th division. But after this fight, I still want to come down to 35 to get a big unification match at 35. But eventually, every fight that I'm taking is meaningful in one way or another. Whether it's a unification match at 35 or maybe another title fight at 140, eventually maybe 147. I think when I get to 47, that's when people will finally give me the credit that I think I deserve.
Class, poise, and grace are what make Mikey Garcia driven.
If Mikey Garcia wasn't boxing right now, what would he be doing?
If I wasn't boxing, I'd probably be involved in law enforcement. I would have liked to be in law with maybe an attorney in a firm or something like that. That's something that I had always got a lot of.
So it'd be battling cats in the courtroom instead of in the ring.
Yeah. When I'm done boxing, when I'm done fighting, and I look back at my career, I want to be happy with everything that I accomplished. But I think the public will finally be able to say, that was, if not the best, definitely one of the best fighters of this generation. I just think that the fights that I'm going to take will show everybody that, and what I'm accomplishing is for a reason, and definitely well-deserved.